welcome back here to the over 50 hockey. It's sort of a surprise here, you know. You hear Clyde Telsey here. Andy Townsend is not feeling too well, so I thought I would take over for him as the play-by-play man. And once again, joining us in the booth this week is Randy Cristiano, Grey Wolves forward. Randy, what do you think of this matchup?
I think it's going to be a great game. Peter Galgay and Neil Armstrong against your dad, or your cousin's dad, and Marty Washburn.
This will be a very exciting game, you know. I do agree with one thing. Anybody playing against Angelo Pontello, it would be a fun game. Not trying to give him a lot of praise or anything. It seems like we've overestimated this guy. I know that he's been having his injuries and his comeback and all, but you know, honestly, we have a lot of great players going on.
And it doesn't work.
I gotta take care of it.
There's a lot of fears here, but nevertheless, this should be a good regular season finale. Green Hornets, Red Army.
You guys are in second.
Well, Randy should be back with us very soon. Had to take care of a few things. Nevertheless, we find ourselves a real good matchup here. Again, you know, just like Randy said, Neil Armstrong is just, you know, whenever he comes here on the ice, you know, expect him to have a real good game. You know, he's one of the faster players out there, and he's just one player that they'll need to watch out for. But it looks like we have a full Green Hornet squad, and the Red Army only have 7 to 8 players out there. Should be an exciting matchup here. We know for one thing, as long as, you know, the right players out there, the Red Army can do the best they can out there, and they'll be a team that's most of a threat. Meanwhile, the Green Hornets, in terms of the playoffs, it's simple for them, you know. They must win this game and hope for the Grey Wolves to lose if they are to finish as the #1 seed heading into next week's playoffs. And as for the Red Army, they will be last if they lose this game. And if they win, then they'll most likely be hoping for a Yellow Jacket loss. But coming from where these guys are, they've just grown together. You know, this 4-7 team that was projected to finish with only 2 wins, they've come a long ways here. Lots of close games, but nevertheless, it's been a season for them that's been memorable. We'll have face-off coming to you shortly. We'll be right back. We are, folks, face-off ready to go. Captain Mark Giacomin and Neil Armstrong. And there we go with the face-off. This is Pontello, gets it over to Sabler, back to Pontello. Trying to get it to Spotagino, just can't. Now this is Gallant. Spotagino with the shot, and Herman knocks it away. Now Armstrong to Toller, and this one goes back to Pontello. Finds Tish, and he gets the puck away. Armstrong trying to make something happen, and it's going to be an offsides. Green Hornets disagreeing with the call. And we should have a very interesting game refereed by today. You know, the 2 referees doing this game. It's going to be very interesting in terms of the calls, because, you know, these referees are not very experienced. And there's been a history with these referees. Every time they come in and do the reffing, there's always ended up with arguments and controversial calls. So hopefully, and we can see already right now, even Lonnie Herman trying to do the icing call, the slight delays. So just hoping that this game goes smooth here today. So now Serena and Giacomin on the face-off. Pontello gets it off the balls, trying to get it to Hogan Yee, and instead the puck goes to Steve Byrne. Taken away by Tish, real chance. And now it's taken away. Pontello off him. Now this is to Washburn. Trying to get it to Pontello, trying to get it to Tish, and now it's Pontello again. He'll finally try to dump this one in. Taken by Falbo. Now over to Washburn. Now to Tish. Tish gets it to Giacomin. Makes a move around Sharina. Trying to regroup. Now this is Washburn. Bill Tish, if he only would have made that shot, it could have been different here. Steve Byrne trying to get it to Asaro, and it seems like both teams right now are just not getting in the right proper synchronization that they could be getting into. And this one now to Gallant. This one knocked back and it'll be for an icing call. .10:02 remaining here in the first. Still 0-0. As the puck is taken back in the Green Hornet zone. It's Neil Armstrong taking it versus John Spotagino. Over to Tish, this is Mashering. Will try to dump it in the Red Army and he does. Now this is Armstrong. Tried to set us in Simcotta and it looks like that one went in. Larry Simcotta very close. It almost looked like a controversial goal. He was right there in the crease there. It looked like he got away with it. But for the Green Hornets, it's the kind of firepower they need and they start off this game 1-0.
Beautiful pass to set that one up. And Larry had to get it just barely right through the 5-hole. From that angle, it was extremely difficult.
This is now Pontello. They'll try to pass this one back to a Red Army player, but instead it's knocked away. And now it's Sincoda. Now Sincoda. Giacomin. Now Tish. Through Buckholz. Spotacino. Now this is Toda. Pontello in his own end. Trying to get this one off to Spotagino, he does. Sets up to Giacomin. Bounces off for Hornin. Now Yee in the deep slot. This one now to Sabler. Giacomin heavily covered. Trying to set up and he passes it right to McCants. So now 3-on-2 here. Green Hornets on the Red Army. This one knocked away. This one now to Hornet. Winds up for the shot and it gets knocked away by the keeper. Now Yee gets it off the boards and this will be for an icing call.
Well, if you notice, there's only 2 guys on the Red Army's bench, and they've got 7 really good players out there on the ice. I really expect them to settle down and give the Green Hornets all they can handle.
And with 7:52 remaining, 1-0 Green Hornets looking to add more to the lead. This is Buckholz. With the shot, this one gets knocked high.
Nice block by Les Sabler there.
This one now to Buckholz. We'll try to get this one off the boards to Asaro. And Pontillo gets in Armstrong's way. Lost the set up there. Steve Byrne trying to finish and it gets knocked away. Gallant. This one now to Buckholz. And the shot is stopped and saved by Gambon.
That puck took a really odd bounce off the corner glass. If you can see, the Zamboni ran into the glass and it's not smooth going around that corner there. So the puck just popped out in front of the goal. If someone was standing there, they had a wide open shot.
.7:11 remaining and the puck goes all the way back in the green Hornet area. Now this is Portagino, can capitalize. And it's knocked away by Herman. And Portagino collides in the boards. Pontello now gets it over. Gets it right to goal gate. It's over to Pontello now. Trying to make a move. I think he's going for it. No, he'll pass it to Tish. And in the way is Hornet. This one now to Washburn. Sits it right to Sinclair. Taken away by Tish. Now Giacomin. Off of Pontello's skate and Gallant knocks it away. This one now to Gallant. Now to Tish. This one now to Buckholz. Trying to take a shot and it completely misses the net. And there's the icing call.
Nice outlet pass there. Just missed the stick of his intended target. Or they had a really good looking breakout on that one. Spartagina went into the boards pretty heavy. It looked like he hit his face right into the boards. It's one of those things where you just catch a little glitch in the ice and next thing you know you're falling in a very odd way.
Now to Gallant, trying to take the shot, gets knocked away, looking for a rebound chance here, and it's missed opportunity. Now this is to Yi.
Another funny bounce there.
Now Gallant trying to sit up and it's knocked away by Washburn. Now taken away by Giacomin. Trying to control the puck now to Tish. Back to Giacomin. Oh, and there's got to be some penalty there. That was just a little bit too aggressive by Golgay. Peter Golgay was trying to hang on to Giacomin and it looked like he literally tried to sandwich him into the keeper.
Well, when you try to get around Peter, he's always going to get a piece here. And I mean that in a totally clean way. But it's very hard to get around him. He's played the game a long time and he can cut down those angles a lot quicker than you think.
Now over to Giacomin. He's setting up to Yi, real chance here. And he gets knocked away. I don't think it would have been any beautiful than that for Hogan. That could have been his big opportunity there and he just can't capitalize. Now this is Tola. And now this is to an open McCants. It's a foul ball. With the shot. And it's knocked away. Now Tish. This one now coming back to Hornet, now taken away by Washburn. This one going back to foul ball. Trying to set up. Now this is to Armstrong to Tola. Back to Armstrong. With the shot and it's knocked away. Over to Hornet. Now back to Tolos, shooting it back to Hornet. Now to Gallant. Trying to get the desperate pass off to McCants, does now to Sharina. McCants. This one now to Spotticino. Tish. And getting in the way is Buckholz. Buckholz trying to set up here. He gets knocked away. Buckholz now gets it off the balls to Steve Byrne. And getting a stick on it is Tish. And Tish lost the puck, and now it's Osaro.
I don't think Tish has come off the ice yet. He's got to be getting a little tired there.
Steve Byrne trying to set up. Now Gallant with another rebound shot. And now this is Pontello. To Giacomin. Now back over to Pontello. Trying to find his angle in there, and he gets held up. And now it's taken away by Sharina. Steve Byrne. Lost control of the puck, and he strips it away. And he will go ahead and dump this one in. Steve Byrne, real chance, but he just allowed Hogan Yee to strip him loose of the puck. Washburn. Now this is Yee. 42 seconds left in the first period. And the Red Army looking to equalize here. Now this is to Mashrin. With the shot, and it hits the balls. Now to Yee. Washburn trying to find his shot to Giacomin. 5 seconds remaining here. And that's going to do it here for the first period. 1-0 Green Hornets. The only thing separating these two teams now is I don't know, this is probably something I'll say that's going to be debatable, but the Cincotta, what some think is a garbage goal, but I think it was practically a nice setup.
It was a beautiful, beautiful setup. To get that shot from that angle between the legs of the goalie was an incredible shot. That's as nice of a setup and goal as you're going to see here. I think the Red Army's finally starting to settle in a little bit. When you're short on your bench like that, you really have to pick your spots. You can't just go 100% all the time. You have to pick the spots when you have a much better chance of having something done. We saw Hogan Yee do it and almost score a goal. And I'm waiting to see Angelo Pontello do it, because this is the kind of game where he thrives in. With his skating ability, when you think he's tired, he's going to surprise you and get around you and make a shot that there's no way the goaltender's going to get. I look for him to get a goal here early in this second period.
You do bring up a good point, Randy. Angelo Pontello does excel whenever there's a minimum amount of players, and we've talked to him earlier this week in terms of that and seeing how he can react to certain situations like that, and he says that he loves those opportunities, and exactly like you said, you hit the nail right in the right spot, Randy, when you say that Angelo Pontello, he loves to thrive in situations like these, and we're hoping that he'll have a nice outcome in the second period. Don't go away, folks. We'll be right back. Welcome back, folks. We're about to begin the second period here. 1-0 Green Hornets, and it's Neil Armstrong versus Giacomin. Now over to Pontello. Spotted Gino. This one now to Tish. This one now back in the Red Army end. And now this is to Giacomin. Now some of these Green Hornets definitely need to watch what they're doing in terms of their sticking, because you know, any more of that high sticking stuff, then the referees just might call it. This one now to Tish. She misses it. Now Scalant. Real chance here. Only Sabler back. With the shot, it gets bounced by Gambon, and he'll fall on this one for the save.
Looks like Joe's starting to zero in here. The pucks are going to be real tough to get by him the rest of this game. I expect it to be very tight the rest of the way.
But how about the Rick Gallant opportunity, you know, off a Bill Tish error? He had it, and then Tish lost control of the puck, and then Gallant went on the left side trying to get that nice shot off.
And Les Sabler did a real good job of keeping Rich to the outside. Even though it was on his forehand, he really wasn't able to get the angle he wanted to hit that top corner. And there's a goal by the Red Army to tie it up.
Nice little shot there. Red Army really happy about that one. And just like that, off a missed opportunity by Gallant, the Red Army capitalized, and we have ourselves a tie game here again.
I think that might have been Mark Jockeman.
So now to Washburn. Now Tola. Now this one off to Tish, but then Falbo got a piece of this one. Now to Washburn. Falbo trying to set up. Now to Sharina, now to Tola with the shot. This one very high, almost went in. Now to Tish, or correction, Hogan Yee. Now this is Spotagino to Tish. This one will be dumped out now over to foul bowl. Sabler. Trying to make a move off a defender, and he knocks the stick away from Hornet, but not without Hornet dispossessing him. Now Tish, struggling to get it out there, now taken away by the Green Hornets. Now Armstrong, trying to get around Sabler. Armstrong with the shot, gets knocked away. And now over to Giacomin, trying to set up to Pontello, and Hornet gets in the way.
Great play by Hornet there to break that up.
And if it wasn't for Hornet getting a stick there, Pontello just might have had an open shot on Herman. As Gambon falls on this one for the save.
And Steve Byrne with a chance the other way. The puck hopped right over his stick, or he'd have walked in alone on Gambon.
I think these are the things you have to do when you only have two guys on your bench. The goalie has to fix those straps and give you a little time to catch your breath. Sometimes it's 10, 15 seconds is all you need to get rejuvenated and back up to full speed.
This one out to Pontello now from Giacomin. Now finds Pontello. And he will go ahead and dump this one in. Gallant now in his own end. Stripped away, Red Army looking for more here. And now taken away by Steve Byrne. Byrne Washburn now to Armstrong, and he's going to go ahead and dump this one in, and this one will be for an icing call.
Interesting to watch how the flow of this game's changed. It seems the Green Hornets are the ones that are tired out there, and the Red Army seems to have caught their second win. Let's see how long they can keep it up. They're really giving the Green Hornets all they can handle right now.
As Tish tries to make the short, Herman makes the save. But you do bring up a good point, but then you also have to realize that the Green Hornets look like they're in a little bit of a season-ending slump right now. You know, after the Yellow Jackets shook the Green Hornets last week. I know the Green Hornets eventually made a nice little comeback in the end, but then again, it wasn't enough, and they allowed a 4-1 lead to happen, which was very unlikely from the Green Hornets.
Nice shot by Steve Hornet. Just missed that far post.
This one out to Gambon, but he gave it right back to Asaro.
Right across the goal mouth behind the goalie, and it didn't go in.
Green Hornets, I'm not sure how many opportunities they're going to be getting the way the Red Army are playing right now, but every opportunity counts for them. Now this is Giacomin trying to set up. This one now to Yi. This one now in the Green Hornet end. Giacomin in the deep slot. Trying to set up, and it's taken away by Armstrong. Now Steve Byrne being triple covered by Red Army players, and now taken away by Yi. This one now to Buckhoff the other way. Sabler, Washburn. Sinclair now. And it hits the referee. Now this one over in the Green Hornet zone, and this is Mike Falbo. Trying to get it off, and now it's Washburn, and taken away now by Pontello.
Here we go.
He's got a real chance right here. Tries to set up to Yi with a shot. Oh, hits Gorgay. He can't get any more perfect than that. And I think Pontello would have had an opportunity to take the shot of his own, but you know, he looks like he was trying to give his other teammates an opportunity to score here.
Well, he made the right play. He got it to the guy with the best shot. Logan had a little bit of trouble getting a grip on that puck before he could get it off, and the goalie was able to come over and block him off. And of course, Peter got in there to block it.
Green Hornets survive yet another scare here. That would look like, it almost looked like that was an assured 2-1 Red Army lead there, but you know, with Yi struggling to get the puck in the net and Gorgay blocking the shot, the Green Hornets have a little bit more life here. And this one will be for an icing call.
Again, we're looking at getting a few extra seconds all together at one time to get that oxygen back in your blood, to get revived just a little bit, take a breath, and be ready to go.
Sharina and Giacomin on the face-off. John Spotticino trying to get it past Gorgay, but that will not happen. Puck now back. This one to Sharina. Sharina barely gets it off the Sinclair. Looking for an open shot here, and it gets deflected by Sabler. Pontello now trying to get it away. Now this is Giacomin. Pontello. Pontello winds up for the shot, and that one looked like it was saved by Herman.
That went off the heel of Lonnie's glove, and I don't think he knew where that puck was. Almost looked like it was going to get through him there for a minute. A nice shot by Pontello there. Nice shot.
And Lonnie Herman knows it is something the night before whenever he has to play the game, and he knows that Pontello's going up against, yes, typical nightmares, but looks like he's facing them head on here. Now to Pontello. And that puck, I'm not sure where he was shooting that one. This one going way high.
All the way down.
It was the standing room only crowd behind the bench over there.
For the Green Hornets, they cause Pontello to take an awkward shot that goes out of the rink. And now they do face off. Pontello now to Spotagino. Gallant was all ready for the big shot there, and now it's taken away by the Green Hornets. Tola. This one now to McCants. Now taken away by Armstrong. Real chance here. Takes the shot, and this one goes in.
His own rebound. What a beautiful play by Neal. A beautiful play by Neal.
And the Green Hornets have new life here, and that's the kind of skills that Armstrong has, you know. He gets a nice little breakaway there, and if he gets an opportunity to get his own rebounds, 99% of the time he'll make goalies look foolish out there.
Oh, you had to have some fast hands to do that one there. That was a bang bang shot and rebound there. Beautiful play by Armstrong.
Now this is Buckholtz. This one now off the boards. This one going back in the Green Hornet zone. This is Gallant. Stopped by Gambon. Gets it over to Yi. Spotagino. Pontello. Gallant with the shot. Knocked away by Gambon. Now it's over to Sharina, real chance. And he gets the missed shot off. It looked like Sharina, he had an opportunity, but that was just an awkward shot he got off there. And that would have been really amazing if that one went in. Now this is Steve Byrne. Almost a set up by Asaro. If he would have had more control on that puck, that might have been a beautiful shot in. And this one saved by the keeper.
And Pontello just barely beat Steve Byrne to that rebound, or Steve Byrne was going to pop that puck behind our goalie there.
I'm not sure how many more opportunities you'll have like that, where, you know, you have an open shot like that, and then you'll have a Red Army defenseman coming out of nowhere and trying to stop you when you've had a fair advantage.
Well, that Steve Byrne is quite the coy veteran, and having a chance to play with him several seasons in this league was an absolute joy. He'll always see you, and he always gets that pass to you when you think he doesn't have a chance to get it there. Just like he did with the Chris Acero on that one. And Acero just couldn't get the handle on the puck.
This one out to Washburn, trying to take the shot, almost went in. In the Red Army, I know with all that bouncing opportunity, if one of them just found a hold, if they found a grip on that puck, it could have been going the other way.
It could have. Excellent save by Herman there. That went off a skate. And he saw it at the very last second and was able to get that toe out there and stop the puck from going over the goal line.
Now it's Giacomin and Armstrong. To Masherin, this is Sincora, real chance with the shot, and it's not or just a misaccurate shot. Now this is Giacomin trying to set up. This one now back to Pontello. So far this one back to Giacomin, trying to set up, no one there. And now it's Masherin, back to Pontello. Pontello trying to make something happen here, and instead it's taken away by Sabler. Now to Tish, this one to Pontello, or was to Pontello, and then Falbo knocked it away. Armstrong. Trying to find a teammate to set this one up too. And it gets deflected. Giacomin trying to get this one past Gorgay. And now to Buckholtz. And this one for nice and cold.
Again, one of those moments of opportunity where they got good forecheck pressure and almost got that puck turned over for a chance at a good shot on goal. Buckholtz did real good to get that puck out of the zone. Even though it wasn't icing, he did good to get it out of the zone.
And nobody there. Serena trying to set up, and now to Tola, tic-tac-toe. And I was waiting for Tola to trip up the lady ref there too. Could have been one of the most phenomenal goal finishes there.
Clearly he was trying to make the ref fall for him there. And
No pun intended, right?
it almost worked. It almost worked. Beautiful play by the Green Hornets there.
And now Pontello trying to show the referee possibly what caused the tripping on Washburn.
I think it was maybe a bribe where he gave him a quarter to see if we couldn't get a call going the other way maybe.
Well, that definitely changes a lot of things. At this moment now, Green Hornets went from a tied game to now a comfortable 3-1 lead. As this is now Sharina trying to set up to Tola again with another shot, and Gambon knocks it away. Golgay. Trying to set it up to Sharina, knocked away. Now Pontello. And now it's Giacomin, he's got to skate there before Buckholtz, not going to get there in time. 7 seconds remaining. Now to Pontello, but that's basically going to do it right here. So 3-1 Green Hornets. They've added some more cushion towards their lead. And now the Red Army have 12 more minutes to try to get this game going again, or otherwise the Green Hornets finish with a 7-4-1 record.
Well, right now I'd say it's going to be pretty hard to slow down those Green Hornets. You got some tired bodies over there on that Red Army bench. But I have to say, the effort by these guys has been phenomenal. They've skated with them. They've given them all they could handle in a couple of breaks that go the other way. They could be up 3-1 very easily in this one.
And so with that, both teams, still again, I can't believe it. You look at the Green Hornets, it's just a packed bench over there, and the Red Army, there's only a few players over there. It's like facing the Giants in a sense.
7 players against 13. Do the math, it doesn't work too well. But again, you have to admire the way this Red Army team has come out here and really given the Green Hornets all they can handle for 2 periods. This really easily could have been, the score could have been the other way. It could have been 3-1 Red Army here very easily, not for some key saves. And I have to go get ready for the next game. So thank you again for having me. And hopefully we give you another good game after this one.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Randy, for coming up here. And so Randy Cristiano signs off as the third period begins. And this one now back the other way. Armstrong trying trying to set up to Steve Byrne. Now Gallant trying to finish here. Pontello trying to get in the way of Sarro trying to finish. Lots of Green Hornets in the area. And it's a high unfortunate bounce there. And the puck is just not bouncing the Red Army way today. Not a good feeling for the Red Army. And another Green Hornet goal will continue to put them up, now this time 4-1. Before we know, the Red Army could just be playing poorly here, only to come away with an unexpected surprise performance in the next week. They've had a lot of situations, and that is not the unusual here. This one now to Tish, she'll just knock this one away. There's the shot off. And Mastering kicks this one now. Sharina with the shot, this one knocked away. Now this is Giacomin. Trying to set up, but he is held up by Sharina. This one now right to Giacomin, trying to take the shot, and it's knocked away by Gauguin. Now Pontello trying to find a shot, sets up to Yi. And how many more times? Or was that even a goal? Let's find out. Probably not. Nope, not a goal. So how many more times can Hogan Yi get a nice opportunity like that? And twice in a row now, opportunity like that, and he just can't get the job done. That's really unfortunate to see. Now this is to McCants. Back to Pontello, and the Red Army need to start scoring some goals here. Giacomin trying to set up to Tish, instead gets a stick on his Armstrong. McCants now to Armstrong. Now to Tola with the shot, this one knocked away. Now over to Gallant. And now Pontello will take this one away. Now over to Gallant. This one now to Tish. And it looks like there could be a yellow card coming up. Giacomin fell down. Just a little bit too much to Green Hornets, even though they have a nice 4-1 lead. It looks like they're still not content, and they got to keep going aggressive. And Rick Gallant with a shove off of Giacomin will head into the box. So now the Red Army have a power play coming up. This one now to Asaro. And this one will be cleared out into the Red Army end. Now this is to Washburn, over to Spotticino. Gets the pass off to Pontello. Gets it back to Spotticino. Trying to make a move here. Spotticino with the shot, almost got it away. Pontello gets it over to Tish. Now to Giacomin, back to Pontello. With the shot, and that one went in. I don't believe that. Angelo Pontello, he gets the job done. And this was something I was talking about, or Randy and I were talking about earlier, where it's like Lonnie Herman's worst nightmare is Angelo Pontello with the big shots. And the Red Army now have a 4-2 lead. But still, Green Hornets not too worried about that goal, as the Red Army get in the way. or they try to get in the way. Now this one back to Hornet. And Mascherino trying to get something done, but he lost control. Pontello now passes it right to Steve Byrne. And now taken away by Washburn. And now taken away by Giacomin. Giacomin trying to set up the Tish, and now Spottigino knocked away. Now this one back to Pontello. Now Gallant. And he's heavily covered by Pontello. And Pontello will knock this one away. Now to thick quarter. This one back. Pontello trying to readjust here. He knocks it away from everyone else and now gets it to Giacomin. Giacomin trying to make a move and instead Mashering comes away with it. Now stopped by Mashering. Look at Mashering, he just sat in the right place at the right time. And look at all the shots that he had there. I mean, very interesting, and you know, just the way that Mashering did. I still can't believe the way Mashering did his thing there, and he just happened to be at the right place at the right time, and very good job there by him. But in the midst of all that, despite Red Army's efforts, another Green Hornet goal and another comfortable lead for them. Same old, 5-2, 6:57 now. And I would say that this one's set in stone, but we've seen more bizarre things happen here. Pontello trying to get in the way. Now trying to get back here, trying to make this a good game again. Skating through everyone. Now sets up to Giacomin, knocked away. Green Hornets having no problem with any kind of desperate shots the Red Army are taking at this point. Now Yi in the deep slot. And that shot gets knocked away, and now it could be a big chance here. To McCants, wide open shot. Green Hornets looking to try to take a rebound. Now Gallant with the shot. This one high. Now it's Gallant. McCants. Now this is Hornet. Now Yi. This is the Tish, or was the Tish. And now Tish again, knocked away by Herman. Yi with the shot, that one knocked away. Now to Pontello. Now Yi trying to get it to a player, but instead taken away. And now it's Armstrong. And now another effort on the rebound shot, nothing there. 55 remaining in this game, and it's just another same old result. Pontello trying to clear this one out, but Hornet stops it. Now over to Yi again. Gives it right over to Armstrong. Now Pontello trying to dump this one out, but it looked like he wasn't paying attention where he was dumping this one out, as Armstrong gets it, or still keeps it in the Red Army zone. And now this is Tish. Left side trying to set up. And Pontello knocks this one away. This one back the other way. Now Spotagino. Wild shot. Now the Green Hornets go the other way. Barkowska fires the shot. Now Asaro. And now Giacomin trying to skate to it before Cincotta. Now Gallant gets it away. Now over to Tish. Just fires the shot. Just another desperate shot by the Red Army. Herman was all ready for that one. This one now to Gallant. Yeah. Now over to Sabler. This one stopped by Herman, out the foul ball. Spotagino trying to set up instead. Green Hornets are in the way. And now Armstrong knocks this one away. Now Pontello gets it out of his possession. Armstrong will quickly get it off to Cincotta. And Gambon gets the save. Armstrong now over to McCants. Now Golgay. This one going back. Now Yi. Spollicino trying to make a move off Patola. No success there. Stopped by Bontero. Trying to set up to Yi, back to Pontello, to Yi again. And Giacomin trying to finish there, and it's a save by Herman. But ultimately, at this point, nothing exciting about this game. Sort of the result that we were expecting here. Green Hornets comfortably beating the Red Army here, and they will finish the regular season 8-4. And now at this point for them, all they'll need to be doing now is watching the next game to see if the Yellow Jackets beat the Grey Wolves. And if that is the case, then expect the Red Army and the Green Hornets to play each other next week. There's the shot off. This one going back. Gambon looking to try to pass it off to a teammate, finds Washburn. 25 seconds remaining here. Armstrong and company just going to relax on this one. That's basically going to do it. I mean, 15 seconds remaining. Green Hornets passing it around, trying to finish. Red Army going to try not to let them get to 6 goals, and that's exactly what's going to happen here. And that's going to do it. Final score: Green Hornets 5, Red Army 2. And they were was something they weren't expecting to happen, but the Green Hornets, they were lethargic at first, and then, you know, as the game went on, Green Hornets got their act together. They got the job done here, and they finished the season 8-4. Still awaiting to figure out who they'll be playing next Sunday. As for the Red Army, it's official. They will be the dead last seed, and if they're going to be the miracle team, the next 2 Sundays from here on out, they're going to have to play hard. Otherwise, it's been a pleasure with the Red Army. And of course, we thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen, on this another broadcast. Again, final score: Green Hornets 5, Red Army 2.